and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If you're new here, my name is Kaylee June and I'm a beauty and fashion photographer based near Sydney, Australia. However, I am also a content creator and I recently started this channel to talk about all things freelance, social media, business, and content creation wise. So in this video, we're going to delve into why you should start a YouTube channel. And I will harp on about this, I swear, for the next like 5 to 10 years on this channel. I don't care how long it takes for everyone to really know that they have the potential to start a YouTube channel. And I understand that there's a lot of fear involved in starting a YouTube channel, but I want to talk about the benefits today that you may get from starting a YouTube channel and why you should really seriously consider it if you've already got your own business, if you're a freelancer, if you're a creative, whatever you do, even if you don't do any of those things and you work a 9 to 5, why it's still a cool idea to start a YouTube channel. And I want to go through some of these points today. So as a bit of backstory, I have another YouTube channel called Kaylee June, and this is mainly for Photoshop tutorials, photography tutorials. I have been doing this now for nearly 10 years on YouTube. So there were a number of years before I actually started the YouTube channel that I thought about doing it. And I really knew that I liked the prospect of being able to do it, but I didn't know how to get started and I really didn't know what I was going to put on that YouTube channel at the time. And I really did feel a bit fearful overall. And especially because I was a very shy, timid personality back then. I didn't take things like criticism well, so I was so afraid of putting myself out there. I also knew that I wanted to kind of teach things and put tutorials and things like out there on YouTube, but I almost felt like as a early 20-something-year-old that I wasn't going to be taken seriously enough. And I think just feeling that way, being so fearful, really prevented me for several years from starting that channel. And sometimes I think back to that time and I'm like, God, I should have just started it. I shouldn't have listened to those negative thoughts that I was telling myself. But we all go through these processes. We all go through on our different paths. And for me, this was just the path that I took. It took me a little bit longer to get started. But I want to cut through a little bit of that today because I've often talked about that side of things on my channel and talk about some of the benefits that you may get for having your own YouTube channel, whether that's for a business that you own or whether it's just for your own enjoyment. So tip number 1, and it's a really important one, once again, linking back to if you have a skill or a craft or a business, you're a freelancer, you're a creative, any of those things, this is a really important point. And it's actually due to the fact that you'd be building another base for your business and potentially another income stream down the track. Now, I think that this is one of the most important reasons why I would consider starting a YouTube channel in this day and age. It is building another solid base for your business to run from. So you may have your own website for your creations, for example, if you're a creative, maybe you're someone who makes pottery, maybe you're someone who's a makeup artist, maybe you're an illustrator, any one of those professions, and you might already have your own Instagram, you might already have your own website. But if you had a YouTube channel, that's really creating another base to run your business from. It's creating another social media platform where you can really reach out to a larger audience. There are a lot of people who utilize YouTube on a daily basis. There are literally billions of users on this platform. So I truly believe that there is an audience for everyone. And if you were to build another base here, not only do you have the potential for several income streams, like through affiliate marketing, through sponsorships, through AdSense, but you're potentially creating a little bit more stability as well for yourself. You're creating another marketing avenue that you could potentially use. You're also potentially creating a way to provide value to people. If you're wanting to do educational content, you're giving back in some way. And that is a really nice feeling. So really don't discount it as a business tool at all. YouTube is definitely something that you can utilize to your advantage for that. Now, number 2 is a really important point as well, and that is that you're getting a chance to create a genuinely engaged audience or community. And it's a really, really nice point because let me tell you, platforms like Instagram and TikTok are great. And they're great for what they provide. They're great for the kind of audiences they create or the opportunities that they create. But YouTube is a different kettle of fish when it comes to this. YouTube really offers you that chance to have a fully engaged audience. I'm not talking about just scrolling through and leaving an emoji as a comment and liking and you're on your way for the day as an audience member. I'm talking about someone actually sitting there for potentially hours watching a video of yours, and they're sitting there because they either like your work or they want to find out more about you and your craft. I think it's just such a wonderful thing to be able to have that space online where you can start to create a community like that. People who actually care about you and your work Of course, you're going to get those people that are going to be trolls or whatever on your videos, and you're going to have people leaving hateful comments, negative comments. That's basically going to be anywhere on social media. But I think that the really nice thing about YouTube is that you're getting that chance to create a community around what you do. And that's a really lovely thing. I really like the intention that you can kind of create with YouTube, whereas sometimes it's really hard to create that same sort of atmosphere with Instagram or TikTok because so many people go on those platforms with such shorter attention spans and the intent of having a shorter attention span. So sometimes when longer form content comes up, quite often people are just not interested, and it can be harder to get people to stay longer on your page looking at your work, looking at your videos. YouTube, I find, is completely different that way. You can get sucked in very easily into someone's channel, and all of a sudden you feel like you know that person, and you can kind of become an engaged audience member who's regularly commenting on videos and who's kind of supporting you through what you're doing. And it's a really, really great thing about YouTube, and definitely something that I would keep in mind if you're looking at creating a YouTube channel. And we've got the whippets back in the videos again. So moving on to my next point as to why you should start a YouTube channel is that it can really expand your skill set. Let me tell you, there is a lot that goes into planning a YouTube video, and realistically, some of these skill sets actually start to expand without you even realizing. So I'm talking about things like speaking to the camera, writing scripts, editing, filming. All of these things actually have different skill sets attached to them that you actually start to realize that the more that you do them, the better you get at them. And especially if you're filming several videos a week, you'll actually find that your skill sets in these areas tend to develop quite quickly. And you may also find that if you're like me, you may want to expand these skill sets quite quickly. You might be hungry for extra information on how to make things better more quickly. So that's a really nice bonus that comes along with creating a YouTube channel, is that you start to really gain skills in areas that maybe you never thought that you would. But another thing I'm going to touch on now, which I really think is so important in this day and age, even still, is that YouTube is better for getting your work found. AKA, it's good for search. For short form platforms like Instagram Reels and TikTok, it can be really difficult to get your work found. Now, this is because there's really no search element attached to this. And although hashtags are a thing on these platforms, it still doesn't have that comprehensive search function that YouTube does. And quite often people who are not even visiting YouTube will find your videos from things like Google search, because the SEO on YouTube actually links in with things like Google search, and you can actually get your videos found even when people are not on YouTube. So I think that that's a really cool feature of YouTube that is not always possible on other social media platforms. It's very, very good with search, and I think that if you want to capitalize on that, YouTube is a very good way to go. And the fifth reason why you should start a YouTube channel is that I believe that the opportunities through YouTube are better overall. And I say this because yes, you can get brand deals on Instagram. Yes, you can get brand deals on TikTok, but can you get a brand deal for an hour-long dedicated video like you can on YouTube, for example, or sponsored integrations for shorter snippets of time? There's a lot more variation with how you can get sponsorships through YouTube, and some of the brand deals that you can actually achieve by having a YouTube channel, some of those brands would never probably have popped up in your wildest dreams. For me, some of the brands that I've worked with on YouTube include Panasonic and Nikon, two brands that I never thought I would ever have the chance to work with. But when I did, it was the most incredible thing. I couldn't even believe that they'd reached out to me. But it really is incredible opportunities like this that can come to you through having a YouTube channel. And if you work at it and you stay consistent and you really want to make it happen, this is absolutely something that can be achieved. Also, the fact that AdSense is kind of like a bonus along with this for income, I think is a really good thing. I mean, AdSense I've talked about before in terms of like making money. It may not be the best thing that's going to be making you money in regards to having a YouTube channel. Like I said before, there's so many other ways that you can make money through YouTube. For example, you may want to do affiliate marketing. You may want to do sponsorships. You may want to sell your own products, and YouTube is a really good platform to do that through or to market it through. So there's definitely other ways of making income from YouTube, but AdSense is kind of like that little bonus thing that comes along with that not every other social media platform tends to have an equivalent for. So guys, I hope that this video has made you reconsider if you're sort of shying away from creating a YouTube channel this year. I think that everyone should be able to create a YouTube channel if that's something that they want to do, if it's something they have interest in. It can be difficult at times, it's never easy, but as they say, a lot of the good stuff isn't easy, and if it was easy, then everyone would be doing it. So I think there's definitely a lot of merit in starting a YouTube channel even in this day and age. I don't think that YouTube is going anywhere, and I highly encourage you, if you do have the interest in starting one, to start one this year. And even if you've got that fear kind of clouding your mindset at the moment, try to push through it and see that there are so many opportunities that you can achieve through this platform, and there's a lot of good that comes with starting a YouTube channel. Okay guys, well if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure you do. I'll be posting a lot more videos in future. Let me know if you want to see more videos based around YouTube and Instagram and other social media platforms, because I'd love to do those. I love talking about these topics and helping in any way that I can. But thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.